any money at
So what
all.
you gonna do for date
Date night, you could do anything for date night. You can carve out some time in your bedroom.
night?
You
Ooh,
can also carve out some time, and then I'm also I think is a good thing to get away, get out from the home, because when you get away from the home, you could take a nice stroll in the in the park, or if it's dark, or I mean if it's really cold like it is New York and here now, you can have a picnic in your bedroom if you like,
a
or
picnic.
a picnic in your bedroom. And the thing is, it's just about being together with him or her. And it's just about to be together with them, just to know and show that you still love them and you still care about them. Um, Cook a favorite meal. And it doesn't have to be this grandiose thing, but you
That's
know their
right.
favorite thing, you know what they like, and just make sure that you're able to do that. I remember one day, um, for Mother's Day, Greg usually gets the children together and he makes a big meal and stuff like
I do
that.
my best.
And yeah, he does. But the whole point is that,
I do
oh,
my best.
or what you can do is you can, if you're in the home by yourselves and you're newlyweds, you guys can cook together and just have a little apron on. Why do you have to have anything else on underneath?
Ooh,
And you guys can cook together, and it's
there
just
was a song
about,
like that, "Sex in the Kitchen."
yeah, well, I guess you can do that. And then to
Hmm.
have and cuddle up and watch a nice movie or whatever. But it's just the thing is, you just want to have that connection that you can have a date night that doesn't have to cost you a thing but your time and your effort of carving out that time and preparing the meal, preparing what you're going to watch, getting the candles together, getting the lighting right, getting all that stuff that you need to make sure that this thing will come off without a hitch,
Hmm.
and that you will make sure that you're preparing for her and you're preparing for him or whoever's doing that, or you could just plan it together. He can bring dessert, you could do this, you could make that, or you could make it together, or you could do something that's going to be memorable. It's all about making these memories last, and it's all about having carving out for the motivation to stay with your spouse. Why are we here? Why are we doing this thing? Do we always have to go out and spend money? No. You can go and be together with your spouse because it's about time. It's about quality time. It's about what time did you carve out for me today, for this week, for this portion of this area. What time did you do that for me? And that is what it's about, carving out time, because time is more precious than anything. Because time you will never get back. Today will never come again.
Very
So
true.
you got to make sure that you're able to carve out time for your significant other, because that is going to be the poignant part of your life. Just like you carve out time for your children, if you read to them before they go to bed or you do things like that, that is time you're carving out. If you carve out time, you say, I'm going to have dinner time and stuff of that nature, there needs to be time carved out for to doing other things as well.
Okay, and now as we continue on, you have to understand from the standpoint, and you just gotta love having children all over the place. But one of the things that you have to understand with that carbon of time, and I'm speaking to my fellas, think about those things that you used to do that may be necessary. It's not about that you didn't have any money in your pocket, but those little things that you can do to, that caught her attention. I remember liking it to, I remember an episode of Martin, and this is going back to my 90s folks, to my people who were, 70s babies who were becoming adults in the early 90s. And you remember Martin was the Sunday night fare, Sunday night television at its best. And I remember there was an episode where him and Gina were celebrating their anniversary. Now, initially, she was throwing hints on certain things that she particularly wanted, and this and the third. And Martin, if you remember those first couple of seasons of Martin Lawrence was a hilarious dude. And the things that he was jumping through hoops, him and his people's Cole and them. And next thing you know, it seemed as if he didn't have a gift for her. And what the thing that's so crazy about it, she was under the assumption that he was running around thinking that he had to get her expensive gift, which he initially thought he did. But then he turned around. The gift that he got her was something that he heard her just talk in their time together. Simple stuff. It was just a simple footstool. And that footstool turned a potential negative into a positive, because not only did she see that her man loved her, and it wasn't about trying to go out there and impress and put yourself into debt just to prove that you love this girl. And I don't advise that for anyone. If you're truly in a partnership with someone, if you have to put yourself in debt where you turn around later, or your partner is looking at you later saying, wait a minute, you spent X amount of dollars. Okay, do you have money to take care of your rent? Do you have money to take care of the bills? Do you have money to take care of this, take care of that? No, baby, I got this for you. Or vice versa. Babe, I got this for you because I wanted you to look good. Stop. Return that thing back. Get your money back. Put it back, that stuff back on your credit card. Because that's definitely one of the things that you're going to learn with us here at the Couple Motivators, about how to be financially responsible. And as my wife stated, there are things that you can do to show appreciation, that you're not breaking the bank, because if you're in a true partnership, what's hers is yours and what's yours is hers. So let's get off this thing about, well, I make the money, so I make the decision. Let me explain something to you. Especially when kids get involved. And I know we're not getting too far off topic, because I know she wants to jump into the fourth part. But let me just explain this to you. Once you start getting into kids, you're going to realize, and we're going to get into in depth in future episodes. But once kids are involved, believe you me, your money is no longer your money, regardless of how much you make, how rich you feel you may become, or how poor you may think in your mind that you are. So when you get to the point that you're working with your partner to be financially responsible, you have to be financially responsible for the benefit of each other.
All right, God.